On June 6, 1946, the Basketball Association of America tosses out 11 franchises, and Boston, thanks to local bigwig Walter Brown, snags one, kicking off what'll become the Celtics' epic saga. With just 3,000 fans showing up to Boston Garden's creaky seats, the team's a mess, stumbling to a 22-38 record that first year. Boston's a hockey town, and basketball's barely a blip, so Brown's like, we gotta build a winner to get folks hyped, setting the stage for a dynasty that flips the NBA on its head. By 1949, the Celtics are tanking, finishing 25-35, dead last in their division, and the Garden feels like a ghost town. So Brown brings in Red Auerbach, a scrappy coach who's racked up a 68-43 record with the Washington Capitals. Auerbach's all about fast breaks, pushing the ball up court in like 10 seconds flat, but the team's still missing a spark. Meanwhile, the BAA merges with the NBL to form the NBA, and Boston's pulling 4,200 fans a game. Because the league's shaky, teams folding left and right, Auerbach knows he needs a star to make the Celtics pop. In 1950, the Celtics luck out, drafting Bob Cousy, a 6'1" point guard from Holy Cross who's dropping 19.4 points a game in college. The Chicago Stags pass on him, and Auerbach scoops him up after a dispersal draft. Cousy is a wizard. Think no-look passes, behind-the-back dimes, and he's got fans buzzing, pushing attendance to 5,600 by 1951. Because his 21.7 points and 6.7 assists a game make him a one-man show, the Celtics start turning heads, but they're still getting bounced before the playoffs. By 1953, the Celtics are rolling, posting a 46-25 record, thanks to Cousy and Chamberlain, a 6'1" guard who's nailing shots at a 40% clip and averaging 16.2 points. Auerbach's fast break game, pumping out 85.7 points a night, is way ahead of the league's 80-point average, so teams can't keep up. Ed McCauley, a 6'8" center dropping 18.9 points, adds some muscle inside. Because this crew's finally clicking and hitting the playoffs, they're building something special, but the Minneapolis Lakers keep blocking their path to a title. In 1956, Auerbach pulls off a blockbuster, trading McCauley and rookie Cliff Hagan to St. Louis for the number 2 pick, grabbing Bill Russell, a 6'10" center from San Francisco who's averaging 20.6 points and 21.0 rebounds in college. Russell's a defensive freak, swatting shots and snagging 22.7 rebounds a game his rookie year. Because his knack for grabbing boards and firing outlet passes fits like a glove with Cousy's playmaking, the Celtics go 44-28 in 1956-57, and the Garden's 6,800 fans start dreaming of a championship. In 1957, the Celtics win 44 games and storm into the NBA Finals against the St. Louis Hawks, led by Bob Pettit, a 6'9" forward averaging 24.6 points. It's a dogfight, but Boston takes Game 7, 125-123 in double overtime, with Russell hauling in 32 rebounds and Cousy dishing 9 assists. That first title lights up Boston, boosting attendance to 8,200 a game because fans are hooked on Auerbach's run-and-gun team-first vibe. This wins the spark that says, yo, the Celtics are for real. From 1958 to 1966, the Celtics straight up dominate, winning 8 championships in a row. Nobody in major sports touches that. Russell's pulling down 24.9 rebounds a game, locking down the paint so tight teams score just 104.7 points, 10 below the league average. Cousy, retiring in 1963 with 6.9 assists a game, passes the keys to K.C. Jones, a gritty guard averaging 3.5 assists. Meanwhile, Tom Heinsohn, a 6'7" forward dropping 18.6 points, and Sam Jones, a 6'4" guard with 20.6 points, keep the scoreboard lit. Because Auerbach leans on bench guys like Frank Ramsey, who's good for 15.1 points, the Celtics' depth just buries teams. In 1960, the Philadelphia Warriors draft Wilt Chamberlain, a 7'1" monster averaging 37.6 points and 27.0 rebounds, and he's a nightmare for Boston. but the Celtics take them down in the 1960 Eastern Finals 4-2, with Russell holding Chamberlain to 30.5 points. Still a lot, but manageable. The Los Angeles Lakers, with Elgin Baylor dropping 33.8 points, pushed Boston to 7 games in the 1962 Finals. But Cousy's 8.7 assists keep the edge. Because these battles force the Celtics to dig deep, they get clutch, making their dynasty bulletproof. By 1966, Auerbach, with a 547-293 coaching record, steps back as coach but stays on as GM, handing the clipboard to Russell, who becomes the NBA's first African-American head coach. Russell, still balling, leads the team to 60 wins in 1966-67, grabbing 17.0 rebounds a game. Because he's out there inspiring guys like Havlicek, a 6'5" forward averaging 20.8 points, the Celtics keep winning, snagging titles in 1968 and 1969. Auerbach's tricks, like inventing the sixth man role with Ramsey, spread like wildfire. 80% of NBA teams copy it by 1970, per coaching polls. By the mid-60s, the Celtics are packing 10,500 fans into the Garden every night, and those green and white jerseys are everywhere, with merchandise sales doubling from 1960 to 1965. Boston's all in, with 70% of New England fans calling basketball their top sport in 1965 polls. Because Russell and Cousy speak out on civil rights, Russell's at protests after Medgar Evers' murder in 1963. The team's a beacon for change, connecting with fans of all backgrounds. Kids across Massachusetts are out there copying Havlicek's hustle, spiking youth basketball signups by 15% by 1960. Celtics' 11 titles from 1957 to 1969, including 8 straight, are a record nobody's touched, with a 66.1 win percentage that crushes the league. Russell's 14,522 career rebounds and Cousy's 6,945 assists still rank among the NBA's best, inspiring teams like the 80s Lakers and 90s Bulls. Because the Celtics make Boston a basketball mecca, their green runs deep. 90% of Boston fans in 2023 surveys say the dynasty is their pride and joy. From Auerbach's brain to Russell's heart, this team shapes the NBA's soul. If you enjoyed this, I'm going to be posting a lot here. I would greatly appreciate it if you could subscribe. Thanks for watching.